young is too young? No parent can say they know exactly what their child is doing when they turn on the computer. Not many people realize how dangerous cyberspace has become in the past few years. While the creators of Facebook and Twitter are bringing in the money, young users are being raped by pedophiles, becoming less confident of themselves, and in more serious cases, committing suicide. I'm sure we have all heard of someone getting bullied through the internet or perhaps has been a victim of this cyber cruelty. Cyberspace is a whole other world being viewed through a screen that can be very revealing, hurtful, or deadly in many different ways. Today I will cover the importance of having an age regulation on social networking sites, the effects of underage kids on certain sites, and how we can enforce this regulation to put an end to these cruelties and not an end to our innocent loved one lives. First, I'm going to discuss the importance of having age regulations on social networking sites. According to Doug Gross, CNN, Social Networks and Kids, How Young is Too Young, retrieved on November 2nd, 2009, researchers say a growing number of children are flaunting age regulations on sites such as Facebook and MySpace or other social networking sites. Fortunately, Facebook and MySpace require users to be at least 13 years old. However, there is no way to verify 100% on these sites. You may think that these kids are using older ages just to sign up, but what parents don't know is that these kids are also using this older age to communicate with other older users. Would you let your child under the age of 17 use your credit card to make online purchases without your consent? If you answer no, then why would you let them place all their information online where anyone could see it easily? Kids under the age of 18 do not know what they are getting themselves into, let alone do they know that it will be displayed for whoever to see. I personally know that Facebook asks for a phone number. A child who does not know where that information is going to go, of course, will fill it in with the correct number. There is certain information that should be filled out on these sites by anyone that shouldn't be filled out on these sites by anyone for that matter. However, a child will fill out not knowing the consequences. Also, young kids think it's cool to gang up on other students through the internet, being unaware of the hurt and harm it may cause. Older, mature adults are less likely to commit this ridiculous crime. Now that we have discussed the importance of this age regulation, let's get a little into the effects of minors on these sites and what we can do to protect our innocent children. Additionally, I'm going to talk about the effects of underage children being signed up for these sites and what we can do to stop these cyber crimes. According to Linton Week, Social Networks Thinking of the Children, retrieved on July 11, 2001, children using social media should be educated about the possible pitfalls of interaction with strangers. According to the report, and they should be monitored by parents. Predators are on the lookout for gullible minors who are willing to give out any information. Young children think it's okay and cool to be talking to someone older and pretending to be someone they're not. They are gullible and irresponsible and will meet anyone anywhere and not think twice. This is how kids get raped, kidnapped, and even killed. Facebook depression can occur. This is when you get addicted and obsessed to a social network that nothing else matters. One big issue that is in the news a lot lately is cyberbullying. Sending mean messages or revealing someone's personal information to hurt their feelings or embarrass them. Kids cyberbully because they don't see the harm being done to the person. They say things that they would not say in front to them in person. This is an issue that occurs in young middle school ages that lead to suicide in many cases. According to John Halligan, Ryan's story, retrieved on May 18, 2004, no child should ever again be driven to self-inflicted harm and even death to cope with the self-doubt and pain caused by bullying. Many people don't think it could happen to them or their children, but John Halligan now thinks differently. John Halligan lost his son Ryan on October 7, 2003 due to a serious case of cyberbullying. His son committed suicide for being called gay and having a popular girl act like she liked him and sent all the messages out Ryan sent her to all her friends. He made a difference like I'm trying to do today. Halligan got Vermont's Bully Prevention Law Act 117 passed. There are several things we can do to stop all this crime. Become involved in your child's cyberspace life. Sit at the computer and let them teach you how they use the internet. Have them share with you all their account names and passwords. Have them show you what they have on their profiles and pages. How do they describe themselves? Is it all accurate and appropriate? Does it show too much detail about your child? Have a very pointed conversation about sexting, the risky practice of sending sexual explicit photos and or messages. Keep the computer in a common area such as a kitchen or living room. Today we have discussed the importance of having an age regulation more enforced on social networks, the effects of underage children on these networks, and how we can prevent children from getting hurt on these sites. I have proven that social networks can be a very dangerous place for minors to be engaged in for many reasons. Now we need to enforce an age regulation for all those who have lost their lives, for those who are currently being bullied, and to prevent it from being one of your loved ones next.